Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a Louis Vuitton versus Michael Kors video again. This time it's between the Speedy 30 and the Michael Kors Jet Set Medium Satchel. My sister let me borrow her Speedy. I wanted to take advantage, that way I can show you the difference between the two bags, and maybe that will help you decide whether you'd like to splurge on a Louis or save on a Michael Kors. Michael Kors does make a lot of bags that are very similar to the Louis Vuitton bags, but he does always add a few twists. He actually adds more detail to his bags than Louis Vuitton does, as far as like pockets and straps and things like that. But of course, Louis Vuitton, we know that it's timeless and we really do like it. I'm gonna go ahead and measure these bags, that way you guys can see the difference between the two bags as far as the size. Looks like the Louis Vuitton bag does measure about 11.5 inches wide. The Michael Kors bag measures 11 even. As far as the thickness, the Louis Vuitton bag does have a base of 7 inches on the bottom. The Michael Kors bag does have a base of 7.5. So the Michael Kors looks like it measures about 9 inches long. Louis Vuitton looks like it measures about more like 9.5. So this one is a little bit taller this way, a little bit wider this way by 1/2 inch, but this one is 1/2 inch deeper this way. This one has the rolled handles. This one has this type of handles. This is untreated vachetta, which will oxidize with time. And this one, although it does have a dyed leather, with time these actually do tend to darken as well. Not nearly as much as these, but they do tend to darken just a little tiny bit. The Michael Kors bag has these pockets. Louis Vuitton bag does not. The Michael Kors bag has D-rings for a long strap. Louis Vuitton does not. If you can see, the opening goes all the way from here all across and all the way down, so it's definitely a bigger opening on this bag versus the Speedy, where the opening just goes from one end to the other end and it does not go down like the other one. The Michael Kors bag does have little feet and the Louis Vuitton bag does not. The Louis Vuitton bag is comprised of one continuous piece, so you will see that the logos are right side up here and then they continue and they go on. So on this side they will be upside down. On the Michael Kors, it's comprised of two pieces of canvas, so the letters will be right side up on both sides. This one has a zipper where it has a leather tab. This leather tab tends to age with time and it tends to break sometimes or just pull apart. So you might have to have this replaced with time, unless you make it a point to always handle it by the metal part. The Michael Kors bag does have a metal zipper, which you don't have to worry about any leather on it breaking off or anything like that. This is of course the original Speedy 30. It's not the updated one with the bandolier where it has the strap, because those actually don't have this kind of zipper. They have only the metal zippers and it comes with two zippers. So they do have that option where you can get the other type of Speedy, but the bandolier Speedy is of course way more expensive than just the original Speedy. So this is what the Michael Kors bag looks like on the inside. It does have a lighter interior, so that way you guys can see your items way easier. It also does have leather on the lining of each pocket, and then on this side you will see it has two more pockets down here, as well as a zippered pocket in the back. They also give you a key fob, so that way you could attach your keys here. These are really nice details about the interior of this bag. The Speedy is just one big hole and it does have a pocket though. This is the standard pocket for all Speedies, and all of the Speedies do have the same size pocket. It just has this leather lining over it, and it's also untreated vachetta, so it will darken with time as well. The new Speedies do come with a zipper, but this is a vintage piece, so it does not have the zipper. The Speedy will also come with a D-ring on the inside, that way you could attach your keys here, or you could also attach your pochettes on there. But it doesn't have any compartments, and the interior is dark brown, if you guys can see that. So it's a little bit darker, so it makes it a little harder for you to find your things. But of course, each lining for each of the textiles is different. For instance, the Damier Azur is a very light tan interior, similar to the color of the interior of this bag. And then the Damier Eben, which is the chocolate checkered one, that one has a really beautiful bright red interior, so that one is also nicer to see on the inside. This is the only one that comes with the brown on the inside. One of the biggest difference that I do notice between these two bags is the weight. This one feels light as a feather. If I feel the same amount of items in this one as I do in this one actually tends to feel 3 times heavier than the Louis. This one feels heavy without anything in it already. So although it does have a lot more details, a lot more pockets, it also has a lot more hardware, which makes it heavier. So that's one of the things that you might want to keep in mind when you are trying to decide whether you want to splurge for a Speedy or want to save on a Michael Kors bag. I think both of them are just beautiful bags. I cannot say that one is more beautiful than the other because I really do love both of them, and the details on the Michael Kors are just way superior than the Speedy. So if you're looking for a very good alternative for the Speedy 30, I think this is just an excellent option. I do want to show you though that you could use these as an overnight bag. I'm going to go ahead and pack a few things in here and show you guys, that way we can compare in the interior if you can actually fit the same thing. I brought in some things that I would need for an overnight bag. One of the things is maybe some shoes, although you could just wear the shoes that you're wearing and you might not need this. These jeans, a shirt, a shawl, a light sweater, and some socks. Here's our toiletry bag that we're going to go ahead and use, where we will have makeup, toothbrush, shampoo, whatever it is we will need. So first we're going to see if all of these items will go ahead and fit inside of the Michael Kors bag. Here are the pants. Here's the shirt. A light sweater. My toiletry bag. I'm going to see if I can make some space here for the shoes. The only thing I couldn't fit was the shawl. I do have a light sweater in there anyways. That was a little hard to close, but I did get it to fit. And so now this is an overnight bag, and it did fit all these items. And if you guys saw, I didn't really try to fold things too neatly. I just kind of kept them loosely in there. But of course, if you do roll things nice and tight, you might be able to fit things even nicer in here. So this is what I could fit inside the Michael Kors bag, and it did work for an overnight bag, but it was a little snug. So now we're gonna see if all these items will fit in the Speedy. I will also try to put them in here the same way as I did in the Michael Kors bag. And here's the shirt. Here's the sweater. Here's the toiletry bag. You know what, guys, I'm just remembering that I did bring some socks to fit inside the bags, and I didn't put it in the Michael Kors bag, but there was some room on the sides where I could have fit them. So yeah, my apologies, I did forget to stick that in there. So now we're gonna see if we could fit the shoes in here now that I put that in there. As far as the space, it looks like there is space to stick my shoes in here, but because the opening is smaller, it was a little challenging to get it in. But I still have some room in here after putting the same items as I did in the Michael Kors bag. So I'm going to go ahead and put my socks in there, which would have fit inside the Michael Kors bag because you could just put them in the corner right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and see if this will fit in here as well. Okay, so let's see if it'll close. And I'm scared, guys. And voila, we got it all in there. So this one actually was able to fit more than the Michael Kors bag. This one will actually be a better option if you are planning to use it for more than just a handbag. And that's why I wanted to do this experiment, because we pretty much know that we can fit everything a handbag will fit in these bags. So I wanted to just go ahead and try something a little bit different. You guys already saw that I was able to fit a little more in this one than I was in this one, even though the sizes are very comparable. But the fact that this has pockets in the inside and all of that, it takes some space from the bag itself, and so you are able to fit less items in your Michael Kors bag. But still, it's a very nice substantial bag, and you can fit all of your essentials and even more. If you're a type of person that likes to carry quite a bit, I'm pretty sure you can carry all of that. But as far as using it overnight bag, it probably would not be the best option, but you can still use it. You just wouldn't be able to fit in as much as the Louis Vuitton bag. Hopefully this video will help you decide whether to splurge on a Speedy or on another type of satchel bag that is similar to a Speedy. One big thing that you have to keep in mind when you are trying to decide between Michael Kors and Louis Vuitton is the longevity, because as I mentioned, this is a vintage bag. It is 19 years old and still going strong. So do you guys think I can say the same thing about the Michael Kors bag? This bag is about 2 to 3 years old. It's still in great condition, don't get me wrong. I don't have any rips or anything like that. But will it last me 19 years? Although Michael Kors bags they're pretty well made, I don't think that this bag will last me as long as a Louis Vuitton bag will. I think with time, the sutures on these will frail out and break and not last me as long as the Louis Vuitton bag would. That is because the Louis Vuitton bags are hand stitched, and they use special threads and a certain way of sewing things that will allow your handbag to last longer and not fall apart, not frail. And therefore, that's why you are paying a lot of money. You can pretty much have these to pass down to your children. So that's one thing to think about when you are trying to decide to buy a bag as well. I know this one is going to last me several years, and especially if you're a person that takes good care of your bags, but I'm not sure it'll last me 19, 20 years. I just don't know. I haven't had a Michael Kors bag that long to know, so I do know it will last me quite a while and I will get my money's worth out of it. I don't think it'll be an heirloom that I can pass down to my daughters. So yeah, I guess that was everything I wanted to mention today, and I hope it was helpful for you guys, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.